Hi guys, welcome back to this week's Macro Monday. This week I want to take a quick look at the depth of field and how big a difference it makes with a macro lens. Things are changing with the channel over the next week or so. If you watched Thursday night's usual video, then you'll learn a bit more about what's going on with the channel then. But there's some quite major changes going on with it. So I want to keep this one quite brief. So I thought I'd talk about the depth of field. I've got the camera set up at the moment. I've got two little Lego men on the table. And I focus on the first one with the other one sat just behind him. I've got him at f2.8, that's giving me ISO 100 and that's giving me a sixth of a second, but that's immaterial of the shutter speeds. Basically at f2.8 you see how blurry the guy is. The little man is behind the first one, and I just wanted to sort of demonstrate how the different f-stops that you use with your camera can change that dramatically. With a lot of shots, when you're using macro, you want to try and get a really deep depth of field. That's not always possible, which is why you're introducing flash or extra light. But yeah, the difference in depth of field is quite major, and it's exaggerated with a macro lens. So you can see that if this is at f2.8, and if I up it to, let's say, f9, then you can see the depth of field change quite dramatically. So changing that sort of f-stop from f2.8 up to f9, for example, changes it dramatically. So if you were to go on up, I think my lens goes up to something like f32. It gives you a much deeper depth of field, which is where you would then introduce a flash or external light. So I just sort of wanted to sort of talk about that really, and just sort of point out the difference. Point out the difference of the different f-stops. So if we're going to take a shot of these guys, I've got the 100mm macro lens on as always, but as I said, watch Thursday night's usual video. So Thursday at 6, and I'll explain what's happening. Macro Monday isn't ending, don't worry. There may be a slight disruption to it for a week, maybe two. I'm not saying there will be, but there might be. But you'll find out a lot more about what's going on with the channel on Thursday night. So this little shot here, it looks like quite a nice little shot. I am going to go f2.8. I'm going to focus in on the first little guy. He's got a bit of a smiley face on him. He seems to be quite happy with himself. And as always, something like this, focus in on the eyes again. And we got a 2-second timer. And that's the first shot. So now I'm going to up it to how far can we go? We can go to f18 for 30 seconds. 2-second timer. Take the shot again. I'll put the two up side by side just here. You can see the difference between f2.8 and f18. With the f18 shot, you can see that both the guys are pretty well sharp, and at f2.8 only the front one is really sharp, and they're probably 2 inches apart, something like that, on the table. So not a massive distance apart. So anyway, hope I haven't bored you too much. I want to keep this one really short, really quick, and next week hopefully we will be looking at, or if not the week after, we will be looking at the extension tubes in a bit more detail, like we did the reversing ring a couple of weeks ago. So it's not going anywhere, it's going to keep moving on, but there's going to be quite a major change. So tune in Thursday night to find out what the change is, and yeah, exciting times ahead. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, give it a share, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.